on Collinwood. Driving south on East 9th. Dispatch, we lost him. Brick house, corner of East 9th.
It began like any other weekend. 21-year-old Aaron Davies left his home to visit his girlfriend in Gadsden, Alabama. Rome, Georgia sat conveniently between them. The perfect midway stop to spend the night with his lifelong best friend, Brandon Risner. They had known each other since 5th grade. Church together, school together, years of memories. Nothing about that plan felt dangerous. But Aaron never made it to Gadsden. Late that night, just before 11 p.m., he sent his girlfriend a final message. He was excited to see her the next day. That was the last anyone heard from him. By Saturday morning, his phone was going straight to voicemail. Then came the discovery that changed everything. Police received a call about a suspicious vehicle in a local park. When officers arrived, they found a blue Toyota Prius rolled into a shallow ravine, partially submerged in water. The car was in neutral, no skid marks, no signs of impact. It hadn't crashed. It had been placed there. The license plate came back to Aaron Davies. Now it wasn't just strange. It was serious. Officers went to Brandon Risner's home, the last place Aaron had been seen. Brandon answered the door calmly. He explained they had been drinking heavily the night before. Aaron, who rarely drank due to his Mormon upbringing, had gotten sick upstairs. Brandon claimed he fell asleep around 10 or midnight and woke up around 1 or 2 a.m. to find Aaron gone and his car missing. On the surface, it sounded possible, but there were cracks. Brandon had a deep cut on his pinky. He said he dropped a wine bottle. He seemed oddly detached, and his timeline kept shifting. Then officers asked the question that changed the course of the investigation. "Do you mind if we take a look inside?" Brandon agreed. At first, nothing obvious, but subtle details began stacking up. A washing machine full of sheets, the smell of bleach, industrial strength cleaning supplies. Upstairs, in the guest room where Aaron supposedly slept, officers saw dark stains on the carpet. Then they looked closer. It wasn't vomit. It was blood, a significant amount. Too much. There were stains near the bed, across the floor, along the wall. Someone had tried to scrub it away, but it was still there, soaked deep into the fibers. One officer quietly said what they were all thinking. This is more than just vomit. They stepped outside to secure a warrant. And in that moment, Brandon ran. He bolted past officers, sprinting through yards and vanishing into the neighborhood. Now police weren't dealing with a missing friend. They were chasing a suspected killer. The neighborhood locked down. Patrol cars flooded the streets. Residents reported seeing a young man with pink-tinted hair and a red shirt walking quickly down side roads. Meanwhile, officers returned to the house. The blood upstairs was overwhelming. There were signs of cleanup everywhere. Washed sheets, attempts to bleach the carpet, careful wiping of surfaces. But there were no drag marks leading downstairs. It was as if whatever happened right there. Eventually, Brandon's father, Jeremy Risner, arrived. He had heard the commotion from neighbors. Confused, shocked, cooperative at first. But something changed when police mentioned the blood. Jeremy had Brandon's cell phone. He hesitated to hand it over. And when he finally looked through it himself, he saw things no father ever wants to see. Internet searches from just after midnight. How to clean blood out of carpet. Does Walmart sell duct tape? Best secluded locations. How to drain a washing machine. There were notes, disturbing ones. I got up on the roof and stalked my prey. The only emotion I felt was surprise that I could have done it. There were song lyrics about choking on blood. A to-do list, clean up, shower, create alibi. And surveillance footage would later show Brandon calmly buying cleaning supplies at Walmart just hours after Aaron disappeared. Jeremy made a decision no parent should have to make. He brought his son to the police station. When Brandon walked in, he didn't fight. He didn't cry. He said something that chilled everyone in the room. You need to send somebody out to find the body. Investigators learned that for months, Brandon had been fantasizing about murder. He worked as a scare actor at a haunted house attraction, playing a savage character. His music revolved around death and violence. But this wasn't horror fiction. This was real. Brandon would later claim he received prophecies from God commanding him to kill. When Aaron called to say he was passing through town, Brandon said he believed it was a sign. Police searched a remote area near an old cemetery off Old East Road, where Brandon indicated the body could be found. What they uncovered confirmed their worst fears. The friendship that began in 5th grade had ended in calculated brutality. Aaron Davies never left that house alive. The blood in that bedroom wasn't from alcohol poisoning. It was from betrayal. In the end, this wasn't just a story about a crime. It was about trust, about how evil doesn't always look monstrous. Sometimes it looks like a childhood friend standing at the front door, smiling. And sometimes the most terrifying part isn't the violence. It's how normal everything seemed just hours before.